to BBC News School Report with Katie and Joseph.
Our top stories today. Oscar Pistorius, disabled athlete, has been arrested on suspicion of murdering his girlfriend, Reva Steenkamp, in South Africa. He appeared in court today to face the charges.
2 UK meat suppliers have been raided by Food Standards Agency after have been suspected of selling horse meat as beef. 2 people have already been arrested.
Research has suggested that if a mother eats a diet rich in fruit and vegetables during pregnancy, their child is more likely to enjoy a healthy diet as a toddler.
Coming up in today's bulletin, are PE lessons too easy? School inspectors say not enough is done to make students sweat.
Does social media have a bad effect on the school environment?
A student in Essex fights back after school introduces clip-on ties. Should they be bought in St Aidan's?
We look at the technology that might be coming into your home soon.
When was the last time you worked up sweat in PE? Well, according to the education inspectors, not enough is being done to really push pupils into physical education.
New figures out state that 1 in every 5 students leaving primary school do not know how to swim. Charlotte went to interview head of PE, Mr. McLeod, to get his opinion on the pressing matter.
It's been said that PE lessons are not challenging enough for pupils. Teachers are making PE lessons easier than they should be. The education inspectors are saying that something needs to be done.
Do you think the school PE lessons are challenging enough for the pupils? Why do you think this?
I think on the whole, the kids here do get a good deal out of PE lessons. I think they're well structured, well organised. All kids are challenged to achieve their best. They know how to get to the next level, they know what levels they're achieving. At times some children might feel they're not being pushed as much, but on the whole I think they are. Maybe we could do a little bit more with our middle band, pushing them, getting them into the top band, and maybe, you know, really pushing our G&T further along. But I think on the whole, I think the kids get a good deal from how they're challenging the lessons and how they progress.
What do you think will make PE lessons more challenging?
Well, I think some of the activities we do aren't really that challenging, but are still fun. And I think that sometimes we could have longer lessons, like maybe a double PE one day in the afternoon, in summer sometime. But apart from that, it's fine.
As you can see, both teacher and student have different opinions about the PE lessons.
In recent years, social media has become a feature in our everyday lives, but not always in a good way.
Celebrities such as Tom Daley have problems with the internet trolls, but ordinary members of the public can also be affected.
The parents of 5-week-old Denny Dolan, the baby who was attacked by a fox, has been the target of recent internet trolling, with Twitter users accusing his parents of the lack of proper care.
However, problems such as these are appearing in schools up and down the country with cyberbullying. Earlier today we spoke to Mr. Lord, Deputy Head, to ask his opinion.
Do you believe social media can be used positively in school?
I'm sure that it can. I think that most technological advances of recent times have a positive and a negative side to them. So I'm sure there is a positive side to things like Twitter and Facebook, but not being an expert on either of them, I would struggle to see what it is. But I'm sure there's a positive aspect to them somewhere, and I'm sure that schools could harness that. But I think we've got to balance that against the negative sides, which unfortunately, of course, is quite a lot of grief recently.
How has your role changed due to the social media?
Okay, well, my role itself as Deputy Head hasn't changed, but some of the things that I have to deal with during a working day have. So there are things that happen outside of school that are posted over Twitter or Facebook that then spill into school, and unfortunately we have to pick those up. And we do, and we've done them relatively successfully, but it's a bit of a pain because it's a task that we didn't have beforehand.
Do you believe social media trolling can or should be stopped?
I think anything that causes people harm should be stopped. I think that anything that causes people to feel bad about themselves and, as we know in some cases, feel and act suicidally. I think for all of those reasons, yes, it should be stopped. Can it? I think it can, but I think it would take the goodwill of not just the authorities, but the people behind these social networking sites, and I'm not so sure that the will is there at the moment.
How do you think trolling can be prevented in the future?
I think that there's what we call a pincer attack on it, a two-pronged assault. I think first of all, you've got to educate the people using the media as to the effects. I think sometimes people post things that they think are quite harmless, but actually have incredible effects on people who are sat at a computer or reading it on the phone somewhere, hundreds of miles away. So I think that educating the people who use the media is really, really important. And then I think there needs to be some teeth to all of this. So I think there actually has to be proper punishment. That if people are abusing others or threatening others or posting things of a vile nature, that they should be punished. And the punishment shouldn't just be a slap on the wrist or shutting down their account, but there should be something that actually acts as a deterrent and stops people doing it.
And finally, did you prefer life before social media?
I have to say yes. As somebody who doesn't use Facebook and very rarely uses Twitter, it doesn't play a big part in my life. I've experienced, I think, more negatives from Facebook than the positives. I'm sure there's lots of users who believe that Facebook is a fantastic thing and keeps them in touch with people across the world and so on. But for me, my life was a little bit easier. I'm not saying it's had a massive effect, but I think it's ever so slightly easier. I don't get many benefits from it. I do have quite a few headaches from it, so yeah, let's go back to 1985.
Thank you. If you had a choice, what would you wear? A clip-on tie or a knotted tie? You might have the chance to choose, but some people don't, as Michael reports.
Clip-on tie or knotted tie? That's the question. But at Coral Community School in Essex, wearing a clip-on tie is compulsory. But 13-year-old Max Richmond prefers a knotted tie because it just feels proper. Unbelievably, teachers didn't see it that way, and he spent a whole day in isolation. Apparently, the knotted tie presented a health hazard. Max also said wearing a clip-on tie made him feel foolish and childish. However, he has won backing by Employment Minister Mark Hoban and said there are no rules about having to wear clip-on ties.
I think it's something we should consider. One of the reasons being that you'll probably notice yourself as you're walking around, I would say 95% of the students have their top button undone and their ties down here, which does look very scruffy, and St Aidan's has always been thought of as one of the smartest schools.
I think wearing ties is excellent. You look neat, you look stylish.
Maybe a clip-on tie would be easier. What do you think? Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Michael.
Thursday the 14th of February was Valentine's Day. Here's Anna reporting with what happened at St Aidan's.
What did you get for Valentine's Day? Lucky students here at St Aidan's had the chance to send their sweethearts a special gift and help children at Happy House Orphanage in Watamu, Kenya. The Happy House is the charity form K7. We spoke to Mrs Russell about this. The students in K7 baked and iced their biscuits for sale on Valentine's Day. This was the idea of Mrs Russell, food technology teacher and K7's form tutor.
We're making some shortbread biscuits for the Happy House in Kenya, and our form K7 have been raising money for the Happy House since before last summer. Probably raised about £500 or £600 by now, and we thought that Valentine's Day was the ideal opportunity to make some more money. So we decided we would make some biscuits, and students can order personalised biscuits to be sent anonymously to their Valentines.
The Valentine's biscuit sale was a huge success, raising over £100 for Happy House charity, making lots of students very happy. I'm Anna for BBC News School Report.
Thank you, Anna.
Now, in technology, there have been many new techno gadgets for 2013, such as the iWatch, waterproof phone, and even a self-driving car. Chloe has more on these amazing gadgets.
Have you ever dropped your phone in the sink? Maybe it's fallen out of your pocket into the loo. Well now, all you clumsy people, you can breathe a sigh of relief as new technology has been revealed that makes phones waterproof.
This amazing new technology uses a nano coating that is thinner than a strand of hair. It covers the whole phone and protects it, even from being dropped in a jug of water.
As if it wasn't enough, Apple are rumoured to be making a so-called iWatch. Speculations say that it is a brand new device which looks like a watch, but it does much more than just tell the time. Finally, Oxford University have tested a self-driving car. This new technology is perfect for those who find it just too hard to turn the wheel.
The car, which is still in research stages, uses sensors and cameras to memorise the driver's route. The sensors detect people and movement, so know to slow down and stop safely.
It sounds quite interesting, actually, the option to be able to be driven and not have to drive. I'm not a massive fan of driving. I prefer, certainly if it's long distances, trains, if I can at all manage it. So I guess if I've got my own train I can set off whenever I want to, then I'll be much happier. That'd be a fantastic idea.
So as you can see, there are plenty of new advances to look forward to. But just when will we see them for sale to the public remains to be seen. This is Chloe, reporting from St Aidan's BBC School News Report. Back to the studio.
Later on tonight, an asteroid will fly past the Earth. Joss reports on this one in a blue moon sighting.
When we hear the word asteroid, we often worry that we might find ourselves in a deep impact situation where the Earth is pelleted by flying hot rock. But fear not, that won't be happening tonight. This evening in Britain you might see an asteroid flying past Earth at approximately 7:25 p.m. So what can we expect?
I think it's really interesting. I mean, this asteroid went past Earth about 365 days ago, but it was actually a lot further away than it is now. That's how astronomers and people like NASA have been able to calculate where it's going to be. It's going to be about 1,700 miles away from the Earth, and we'll see it at best at about 7:30 tonight. But what's really interesting is the fact that actually today in Russia a meteor has landed in the Ural Mountains, and actually 500 people have been injured, and it's rocked buildings and it's broken a few windows. So it just goes to show that the impact that some of these things can have on our Earth.
So it seems there's nothing to worry about. After all, it's going to be a beautiful light show. That's if the skies stay clear.
Scientists are warning that 90% of reptiles are in danger of becoming extinct thanks to increasing use of their habitats for farming. Here's Finley with more on the story.
To some, these creatures are the closest things to dinosaurs remaining on the planet. Others just think that they are scaly and scary. Whatever you think, it's a real worry that they may soon end up like their lookalikes, the dinosaurs, and be extinct. According to the Zoological Society of London, reptiles are in real danger. They have found that 19% of the world's reptiles are threatened. And why? Because we are destroying their homes. Humans are destroying their habitat by creating land for farming. And in Haiti alone, 6 of the 9 species of analyst lizard are close to extinction due to deforestation.
What do you think about the statistic that reptiles are in danger?
I think it's really sad if anything's endangered. It's very important that we keep as much what we call biodiversity as possible. So we need to keep on Earth the biggest range of animals and plants that we possibly can. And reptiles form a really big section out of the vertebrate group. And if we lost them, it'd be really sad.
After a recent poll put The Wanted ahead of One Direction in popularity, we asked, are you a fan of The Wanted, or are you a Directioner? Well, Hannah went to find out who's the most popular in St Aidan's.
A hotly contested battle came to an end 2 days ago. Boy bands One Direction and The Wanted have held a friendly rivalry over who is the best band for some time now, and 1 million people took the opportunity to answer that question for them. With a margin of 0.8%, it was announced that the Virgin Media Awards that The Wanted had beaten One Direction in the vote to be crowned Best Group. At the ceremony on Wednesday, the winning band tweeted, "This is amazing. Thank you so much to everyone who voted like maniacs." As both groups have started to crack America, a competition has been almost inevitable between the two. With a regular fight for awards previously, One Direction have been considered the victors, beating The Wanted to the new artist gong at the MTV Video Music Awards. However, these awards are by no means definitive, as we found out.
Direction because the better singers.
We love One Direction because they're really hot.
We prefer The Wanted because the music's better than One Direction.
Plus, One Direction are mature.
We don't like either.
And finally, a light bulb, which is first turned on in 1883 has been shining for 130 years. The owner, Beth Cook, who lives in Heysham in Lancashire, said her mother-in-law took the bulb to school in 1893 to help her see when she was crocheting. The bulb's long life has been put down to low usage.
This is BBC News School Report, and thanks for watching.